What's going on YouTube? Welcome to WestysAngling. You're joining me and my dad today at High Hayes Fishery, and we're going to be doing some Stillwater float fishing on Centrepin reels. Well folks, I can't tell you how many times this has been requested for me and my dad to come out and do a session float fishing on Centrepin reels. Now the Centrepin reel that I've gone for here is just a cheap NGT one. It's very cheap, and I've actually already broke one already. When I was spooling one up, the drag went on it for some reason. So I had to get another one, which delayed this video coming out. But me and my dad have both got one today. We're both fishing on it. We're going to do a bit of a dad versus lad competition to see who manages to catch the most fish. Not only that, but the biggest fish as well. Now, if we hooked anything decent on these reels, the chances are we might not be getting it in. It'll take a lot of skill and a lot of time and patience. I've loaded them with 6-pound line. I'm just using a normal crystal waggler setup. I've shotted it down. I just need to plumb my depth. It's fairly deep here at High Hayes, even on the rod line, which is probably, I'm going to be fishing about, I don't know, 12 foot out from the bank, something like that. As you can see, my dad's already had a fish. What was that, Dad? An hide?
Yeah, small hide.
So I've got us both mic'd up. You should be able to hear what my dad's saying today. I don't think he's got it switched on at the moment, but I've mic'd us both up, which is also something that's been requested because you can't hear what my dad's saying. So I've got a proper camera set up here, and we're going to have a bit of a dad versus lad competition. So most fish and also the biggest fish on the Centrepins. Now there's a couple of ways of actually mounting your Centrepin. You can do it this way with the line coming off the front of the reel, or if you're left-handed you can spin it round and have your handles on the opposite side. Now I'm right-handed, so I want the rod in my right hand, and I want to be able to control the drag on the reel with my thumb, and obviously be able to reel with my left hand, and also do the netting with my left hand as well. It just gives me a little bit more mobility mounted it this way with it coming off the front of the spool. Obviously if you mounted it the other way, the line's going to be coming off the other side close to your rod, which I believe you're meant to do if it's really windy. Now it's not windy at all today. We've got perfect weather conditions for float fishing. The only thing is that it was very rainy last night, so the water visibility. Another ride. We've not started the challenge yet folks, he's cheating at the minute. I'm giving him some practice goes while I'm filming this intro. But yeah, so we're all set, ready to go. I'm going to plumb my depth, and we're going to see what we can catch. There's plenty of silvers to target in here. There's a really good stock of hide, so we'll be catching hide after hide after hide on the float, no doubt about it. And I've got the clickers with me so we can keep track of the score. We've got a nice gentle breeze blowing into us here. It's really overcast, absolutely perfect float fishing conditions. I'm hoping that we might get a bit of a chunk of a perch as well with it being overcast. So without further ado, I'm going to get fishing. But yeah, Centrepins, let's see how we get on. Right, there you go Dad, there's your clicker. We'll start in a second. We'll set the horn. You've had your practice casts.
Well, you cannot count them three.
No, you can't count them three, can you? Well, I need to get plumbed up, so we'll start at past. We'll start at past and we'll run it through till 11.
Okay.
Can you keep them three, you're telling me? So, I'm going to be fishing on the maggots today. So we've got some nice fresh fat maggots there. I'd love them. There's hide in here, there's chub, there's crucian, there's carp, there's barbel. So we have a chance of anything today, honestly. Great mixture of species here at High Hayes. Obviously using my new Corum chair setup as well, the S23. I've got my new feeder arm on, looks stable enough. Right, so as I've said, I've shot it up, I just need to plumb my depth up now. You're going to hear a lot of clickers going today with the drag on these reels, so if that does anybody's heads in, I'm sorry about it. And you'll have to let me know about this perspective, what you think of it. It's not as intimate as my normal perspective, but at least you can see what me and my dad are both doing. You can see my dad in the background anyway and hear him. It's going to be a bit weird this, because you'll be able to hear my dad talking, but I can't really hear him talking. I'll tell you what folks, float fishing's definitely not my favourite type of fishing. I feel like all you do is just end up untangling stuff all the time. In case any of you noticed today as well, yes, my bib and brace is ripped in the crotch, and that is not my boxers, that's just the fluff on the inside of the bib and brace. So I need to get myself a new set. I did fix them, but they've ripped again, so. I've put my plummet down somewhere and I can't find it now. Did I bring it over to you?
I don't think so.
Right, so I've just got a light plummet. I'm just going to put that on and see what we're like for depth. I'm probably going to be fishing just out there. So that looks like it's probably going to be slightly over depth. Are you slightly over depth, Dad?
Yeah. Just to stop it dragging.
The one thing with the Centrepin is they're quite difficult to cast with. I want to be just a bit deeper than that, because if you can imagine that my float was just sticking out of the water then, and it's that deep, so I need to be about another 4 inch, so my shot are just touching the bottom. I want to be slightly over depth today. That's going to give us our best chance of maybe getting a bream or something on the bottom. Should be about right there, folks. Take my plummet off. Now we're probably just going to be pestered by small eyed all day, which I'm expecting. So I'm just going to have a constant drip of maggots going in, and hopefully at some point we get a better fish. That's all I can hope for. Just keep feeding them maggots. Let's take this out of the way. Let's get rid of my armrest here. I'll give you a closer look at the Centrepin a little bit later on. Right, the proper Centrepins are really, really expensive. I think these ones were probably about 40 quid, and like I said, I've already broke one. So they're not ideal. Unlike most fishing tackle companies, they weren't interested in changing it. I have a massive problem with the customer service with fishing tackle companies, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because there's so many variables to damage them, in and out of tackle bags and all the rest of it. I could probably do with a little bit more shot on that, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm fishing over depth, so I've got my bulk shot about 6 inch from the hook. But it's definitely good to challenge yourself and try different types of fishing. Can't just stick to feeder fishing all the time. Well, you can, but soon get boring. Have you had a fish since we started the challenge, Dad?
Yeah. One-eyed.
In, folks. Oh, nice one. Oh, so you can actually put this on free spool by clicking this, but the free spool is really loose. Here we go, folks. Little hide, not a bad one. They get a lot, they get a lot smaller than that in here. One for me, Dad. Now, if you want to cast distances, what you do is you pull some line off and then flick outwards. Dad's got himself a crucian. Oh, that does not count as a crucian. Look at the size of it.
It's a beautiful crucian, that.
My autofocus won't even pick it up.
Biggest crucian today.
Meanwhile, I'm still trying to sort my tangle out. God, he literally just dropped that back in the margin then. Are you counting that one?
Yeah, of course I am. I might even give myself 2 clicks for that crucian.
You can't be double clicking. I've had the biggest hide anyway, so I'm going for that point. It's hard work casting with them, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm starting to get used to it a little bit.
I'm at a massive disadvantage because I'm filming.
Any excuse.
Dad's got his seat box set up with his side tray there, and he's fishing just out from that tree. His float's just going under there. Are you getting pestered by small eyed or not really?
Oh yeah, yeah. You get bite every chuck.
Let's try again. What you want now, Dad? Need to catch up.
3.
God, he's on 3. They're good maggots, these, Dad. They're nice and fresh and fat.
Yeah, they are. I must admit they are.
Oh, it's come off. Can I count that one?
No, you can't.
Ruthless. It's got to be constantly dripping maggots in. So me and my dad are both using the same baits today, so it's fair. Oh, missed that bite. That's taking my maggot. Oh, oh, come on, come in. Gudgeon, folks, gudgeon. He's got a gudgeon. This little beauty. Like mini barbel. We fight like him as well. Cracking little fish. Honestly, really good maggots these. Really firm on the hook. Nothing worse than like soggy old maggots.
Couple Angler's finest.
Yeah, there you go. Couple Angler's finest. Free advertising that, Dad. So I'm just keeping my thumb on the left of the centre pin, just in case we get a good bite. Then I can control the drag, because the drag's only got one setting and it doesn't provide much resistance at all. And obviously I don't want a fish shooting left into that tree. You can't really put the pressure on it too hard though, because if you get a good fish, then it'll just break you. So you've got to play about with it, the pressure. Won't mind a few of them gudgeon today. I don't know why you all wanted a microphone on my dad, because he doesn't talk anyway. I think you all think you're missing something. Ooh. We got here, little hide. And my disgorger for that one. Absolutely hammered them maggots. Are you still on 3? 4? Come on, Dad, I've been messing about with the camera and sorting tangles out and all sorts. Should be well ahead of me by now.
I had worm on for 10 minutes.
Oh, have you? You trying for the biggest fish?
Yes.
I had quite a big hide first cast. So you need to beat that. Well, I'll say a big hide, it was a few ounce. Is it time for a coffee break, folks? I think it is. You can tell that I'm really taking this challenge seriously. Wonder if my Capellan side tray would fit this chair, folks. I bet I can make it fit. Oh, I had a fish on then. Alright, I'll have to put my brew down and my maggots for now. There we go. Let's get that. Yeah, one of my maggots has gone. Seems to be taking the white maggots. Find it much easier to cast it when I stand up with the Centrepin on. Oh, straight away then. It'll just be getting past them little hide. So I'm getting bites straight away. It's not an hide, that might be a roach. 4 all, Dad?
Yeah, I'm on 4, yeah. 4 and 4.
No! Just throw me clicker in me brew.
Oh.
So I've just got my underwater camera set up and cast out, and my dad's on 10 fish. He's proper pulled away, so I need to crack on now and try and catch up. But you tried the prawn, didn't you, Dad?
Yeah, I missed a good bite on prawn. It was pulling rod tip round. And when I lifted into it, there was nothing on.
I come over talking to him about the my new chest cam, and his rod tip was bouncing away. So you've got to focus. You've got to focus on what you're doing, haven't you, when you're doing this kind of fishing?
Oh yeah.
You can't. It's not like the method feeder. You can't just wait for it to get dragged around. You need to be on it.
Strike at them and that.
Do you want to show us your setup? So there's a Centrepin reel. Turn it around for me, Dad. Your handle's on the back of it there, and that's also the part that turns, isn't it, Dad?
Yeah.
So you can, like my dad's doing there, you can put your thumb on it and do micro adjustments, or you can just increase the drag slightly, because there's only one amount of drag, isn't there, Dad?
Yeah, it's either on or off.
Yeah.
There's no in between with it.
So just flick it to, yeah, they're only cheap. Well, they're not really cheap, are they? They're 40 quid, they're not cheap, but
no.
so you just turn that switch there on the back of the reel, and that turns it to free spool, but it's really light, which is for trotting, isn't it?
Yeah, if you run a river, that's what you want. You want it as
a nice, gentle, free running spool. And we've loaded them with £6 line.
Yeah.
And I'll come round to this side and I'll show you his setup.
Yeah, so £6 line.
You just got a normal waggler on.
Yeah, and battered.
It's not self-weighted, is it? It's bulk shot.
No, 5BB at Balsa Waggler, and number 6 about 10-inch front hook, and I've just got 14 hooks straight through, and I've just got a prawn on at the minute.
Did you have to take any shot off when you're using prawn?
No, because I'm on bottom. So I'm weighing on slightly, 3 or 4 inches, so it's not making any difference.
But
I might have. If it had been up in water, I probably would have.
So look at how organised my dad is compared to me. He's got everything he needs down here. He's got his shot. He's got his maggots separated. He's got worm there.
And the secret bait.
You always used to fish float, didn't you, Dad? You never used to fish any other way, really.
No, it was. So that was all I ever fished. Yeah.
My dad is very patient and very skilled at fishing float. I'm not. I don't have that kind of patience. It's just the tangles and all the rest of it. I'm just absolutely useless with it. I can fish it. I can set it up, but it's not my preferred way of fishing. Definitely not.
You just need more practice.
When obviously my dad used to take me fishing when I was younger, and I'd spend more time at tree, I think, Dad, than I did in water, didn't I?
Yeah.
With my rig. I used to get so pissed off with him. I used to get so all he did was untangle my rigs all day long, and I don't think that's changed.
No, it's not. Must admit, no, it's not. You've not changed much in that respect.
Right, I need to catch up. He's on 10 fish. They are actually very good, these microphones, aren't they? Seamless setup. We literally just plug and play, really.
Nearly lost this one once.
For God's sake.
Honestly.
God help us, folks.
So we're nearly buying you a new set.
Are you nearly knocked it off?
It fell off.
Oh my God.
It landed about 6 inches from the edge. I don't know how it came off.
Get him a mic, they said. Get him a mic so we can hear him. You've not spoken and you've bloody nearly dropped it in water. God help us. Things I do for YouTube. My maggots have gone all foamy. I think they're full of coffee from when I chucked that thing in it before. Right, let's catch up here, folks. Let's catch up. Oh, yeah. Oh. You into something good? Oh, we're going to have to film this, folks. Hold on. You see, this is a problem with not having GoPro. See, things you're making me do, folks. Now, this is where it takes skill on Centrepins. Trying to get something decent in. Take your time with it, Dan. I think this is a good perch. Oh, it's a big tench. Oh, it's a really good tench. Look at this on the Centrepin and little light setup. What rod are you using there, Dad?
It's a old battered.
Yeah.
Des Taylor 13-foot float rod. I've had it donkeys years. It's on its last legs, to be honest.
Wow. About as old as me, that rod.
It might be older.
Let me get you. I'll get you a finger.
Put it on.
Go on. Ooh. Look at that tench. That's coming up for £3 or £4, that, isn't it?
That brought prawn.
Cracking tench on the Centrepin, Dad.
Yeah?
What do you think it is, that? 3.5?
No, it's not.
3?
No. £1.5, 2. That's all.
I think he's doing himself out of a
No, it's £1.5, £2 at most.
cracker though.
Feel heavy.
On light tackle, it's a good fish, that, isn't it?
Oh yeah, lovely that. I sort of wish it had been a perch
Put one on your clicker.
that size. So you only get one for that?
Yeah, you've got the biggest fish though. I would have thought. Right, I need some fish. I definitely shouldn't have made this into a challenge, folks. With me filming, it just doesn't work, does it? I'm actually finding it easier to use a Centrepin with a float than a normal reel.
Hey, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's marginally easier, more sensitive.
No, I've never used one before.
Have you not?
No, not even in the distant past when I was a youth. I've watched plenty of videos and stuff of people using them, especially on rivers and that. I'd like to try it on a small river trotting.
Yeah, definitely, me too. I'll have to sort that.
Trotting a little stick float or something.
I bet it was a tench before that you lost.
Yeah, it might have been that.
Oh, bit of a knock then. Missed. They soon come back in the swim when you start feeding the maggots. Let's get a few of these small eyed in to catch up.
In that 4 foot, I think 1 foot of that side.
Yeah.
I think it must be solid with them small eyes.
Well, it is. Well, we saw it on the underwater footage, didn't we? That it's absolutely solid with them. That was another good bite I missed. This is something much better, folks. Well, it feels it anyway on this light setup. Cruising round. Don't want to put too much pressure on it. Not sure what this is, Deb. Maybe a little small carp or something. Still going round. Yeah, it is a tench. Oh, nice one too. On the Centrepin. Wonder if it's bigger than yours though, that's the question. Nah. That's well bigger than yours, Dad. It's caught 3 inch on yours, that. Easy.
The memory's fading.
I'll put it back in your peg there, Dad, so you've got a chance of catching it. We're in, folks. Hide. It was probably a swinger, but is it a roach or an hide? I think it's an hide. Yeah. And the scourging needed. Like I say, these hide absolutely wolf them down. Oh, it's a good perch. Good perch, Dad. Well, a better perch. Look at this. Got me then. It's nailed it. As you would expect with a perch. Look at this fat one, that, isn't it? Nice perch, that, folks. Beauty of a perch, folks. Let's get it back. Just trying to touch closer to the tree. See if there's a big perch under there. I think there's perch in the swim, Dad.
Yeah.
You've had one, I've had one. Dad's got himself a nice roach, look at that. Yeah. Cracker.
7 or 8 tanks.
How many on there now?
That is...
number 13?
Yeah, no, I've got like 12.
12 fish. Definitely not going to win this challenge, keep filming his catches, am I? Oh, that wind's picking up. Oh, he's in the tree. But looky there. You've just got to be consistent when you're doing this type of fishing. Don't be put off if you're catching loads of small fish, because it's only a matter of time until the bigger fish move in. Especially in the warmer months. Maybe not at this time of year, but when the carp are feeding, then there's always a chance that carp will move into the swim and start hoovering up all the loose feed that you've been putting in.
You're just doing a £2 perch here.
Well, they're in here, Dad, aren't they?
Yeah, they are in. We've seen them. It's no wonder, really, when you think about it. There's a lot of bait fish in for them to feed off.
Oh God, yeah, they'll get fat on all them hide.
You know, I bet there's some clonkers in.
It's alright, good bite then. I missed it talking to you. Be honest with me though, Dad. Do you wish you were feeder fishing?
No. It's more laid back feeder fishing. You've got to concentrate a lot more like this.
Yeah. And I don't like concentrating. Do enough of that at work.
That's one of the things I do like about fishing, you know, method feeders or, you know, on biter lines and that. You can look around, watch the wildlife, see what's going on and that.
It's catching up though, lad. Oh, that sun's beaming down. Really warm. Sweating. We're at that time of year now where you need your bib and brace winter suit in the morning, then you end up stripping off by about midday. But Dad's on 12 fish now. I'm on 10, so I'm catching up mostly through these little hide. He's definitely had nicer fish than I have, apart from that tench. I've had a good mix though. Nice perch, gudgeon, tench, multi-species. Absolutely awesome bite. Oh, crucian. Could have gold is. Little crucian, Dad. Yeah. Catching him up. 10 minutes left of the challenge, Dad. What are you on? Are you still on 12? Not telling you. 10 minutes left, folks. Oh, a little hide there at the death. Five more minutes. Come on, yeah, get another. I think I've only started trying it last 15 minutes. He's dozing for at least half an hour. He's got a tangle at the worst possible time. Oh, there's something playing with it. Literally 1 minute to go. Come on. Right, Dad, rod's out of the water, that's time. Come over here, bring your clicker. Bring your clicker. So, I'm on 12. I've got a feeling he's got me. He's got me beat. What are you on?
14.
Ah, you got me beat. I'm on 12. But I'm sure I've got a 2 handicap. Because I'm filming and that.
I could have had a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, if I'd have focused on it.
I went up prawn for half it more.
Yeah. If we were fishing maggots all day like that, it'd just be constant hide, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you get one.
But mind you, best fish that I've had today, I've had the tents that I had on the maggots, that good perch I had on the maggots, gudgeon I had on the maggots, so a variety of fish there. What have you had, Dad?
I've had hide, roach, crucian, tench, birch. 5 species.
Mine's similar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apart from I had a gudgeon.
Yeah.
The crucian was small. I thought the crucian were a bit bigger, but still nice to catch.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful fish.
Those crucian were so gold, like a proper golden colour. And I think as they get older, they darken up a bit, probably.
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed today, have you?
Yeah, it's been good.
Something a little bit different. And I know that a lot of you wanted us to do this video, so I hope the people that asked for it enjoyed the video. And please let me know what you think about that camera angle and the new filming setup, and whether you want me to carry on in that kind of style where possible. Obviously I'm not going to be able to do that if it's chucking it down or anything like that, am I? Because obviously it's expensive camera equipment and I don't want it getting ruined, especially when you're method feeder fishing and stuff like that. You've got ground bait hands, you're covered in pellets, you've got slimy fish. You can't be handling good camera equipment when you're in them kind of conditions, can you?
No, you can't.
So I just want to say thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to support the channel, all you need to do is like the video, share it with an angling friend, make sure that you've commented if you've got any questions or anything like that, and head over to the website. What's the website, Dad?
WestysAngling.co.uk.
Yeah, www.westysangling.co.uk. I'll put a link in the description, so if you need any bait, if you need any merchandise, jumpers, caps, that kind of thing, head over there. Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, we'll see you next time, folks. I just want to say as well, we're not stopping fishing there, so if we catch anything interesting or decent fish, then I'll put the clip in after this. Dad's into something decent there. Just heard it rip drag. Oh, that's another tench. A nice one as well, Dad. Dad's just got himself a gudgeon. Chunky gudgeon. Nice one, Matt.